Ever wondered why some apps feel more intuitive than others? It's not just about the aesthetics or functionality. The secret lies in interaction design. This essential component of UI/UX design focuses on the interactions between users and the interface. It's what ensures users can navigate with ease, interact without confusion, and achieve their goals effectively. It's the invisible thread that ties a user's journey together, making digital experiences not just user-friendly but also intuitive. So interaction design plays a pivotal role in UI/UX, but how do we do it right? First things first, to design intuitive interactions, we need to understand the user's mental model. That's essentially how the user perceives and understands the system or interface. It's about designing interactions that align with their existing knowledge and expectations. Now let's talk about consistency and familiarity. These are crucial in interaction design. Consistency in interaction patterns helps users navigate the system without having to relearn everything. Familiarity, on the other hand, comes from using metaphors that users can easily relate to, making the interface intuitive. Feedback and response tie into this too. When users interact with the interface, they need immediate and clear feedback. Visual cues, animations, and micro-interactions can significantly enhance this feedback loop, keeping the user engaged and informed about their actions' outcomes. Now let's move on to affordances. These are design elements that visually communicate their functionality. Essentially, they show users how they can interact with them. For instance, buttons should appear clickable, sliders should look draggable. This clarity in design makes it easy for users to understand how to interact with different elements in the system. So, to sum it up, understanding the user's mental model, maintaining consistency and familiarity, providing clear feedback, and designing distinct affordances all contribute to creating intuitive interactions. These aspects ensure that users can navigate and interact with the system effectively and effortlessly. That's how we design intuitive interactions. But what about gestures and micro-interactions? Gestures and micro-interactions are the subtle elements that make a big difference. They're like the salt and pepper of design, small yet essential. Gestures such as swiping, pinching, and tapping are integral to mobile and trackpad interactions. They're intuitive, mimicking the physical world, and make navigation a breeze. Micro-interactions, on the other hand, are those minor animations that bring an interface to life. They're the visual cues that guide users, provide feedback, and add a dash of delight to the experience. Imagine a button that subtly changes color or animates when you hover over it, or a progress bar that fills up as a file downloads. These are micro-interactions, and while they may seem insignificant, they play a crucial role in making an interface feel responsive and engaging. So remember, while designing, consider the little things. They might not be flashy, but they create a smoother, more intuitive user experience. Now let's dive into the world of animation and transition effects. Animations and transitions not only add aesthetics but also guide users. We're talking more than just flash and dazzle here. They provide context, maintain mental continuity, and ease transitions between different states of the user interface. It's like a well-choreographed dance where each movement flows seamlessly into the next. Let's start with purposeful animations. The key word here is purposeful. We use animations to guide users' attention, not to distract them. They're not just a pretty face, they're a functional part of the user experience. Next up, transitions between screens. These need to be smooth, seamless, like gliding from one room to another. It helps maintain the user's mental context and prevent disorientation. It's about making the journey as comfortable as the destination. And of course, we can't forget about loading states and progress indicators. These little guys are essential to keep users informed about system processes and loading times. But remember, we need to design for different input methods as well. From mouse and keyboard to touch and voice, we interact with interfaces in various ways. As designers, it's our responsibility to ensure that these interactions are seamless across all input methods. When designing for the traditional desktop setup, we need to consider hover states, keyboard shortcuts, and clickability. It's all about making the user's journey as smooth as possible. But let's not forget about the growing prevalence of touch interactions. We need to design interfaces that are touch-friendly, with appropriate touch target sizes and intuitive gesture-based interactions. Think swiping, pinching, and tapping. And then there's voice. As voice user interfaces become more common, we need to design voice commands and responses that align with user expectations. It's a whole new world of interaction, one that opens up exciting possibilities for user experiences. Finally, let's talk about the iterative design process. Designing is not a one-off process. It's iterative. This statement rings especially true when we delve into the world of interaction design. Iterative design is a cyclical process of prototyping, testing, analyzing, and refining a product or system. It's like a dance where each step informs the next, creating a fluid, evolving design that comes ever closer to perfection. Let's start with prototyping. Crafting a prototype is like building a miniature version of your design. It's a tangible, interactive representation that allows you to explore your ideas and bring them to life. Prototypes provide a platform to test the effectiveness of your interaction design, enabling you to see how users navigate, interact, and accomplish their goals within your system or interface. Testing then takes the reins. It's like putting your prototype under a microscope, observing how it behaves when users interact with it. Testing provides invaluable insights into user behavior, revealing what works and what doesn't. It's the phase where you gather user feedback, which is a treasure trove of information that can guide your design decisions. But what good is feedback if we don't use it to refine our design? This is where the magic of continuous improvement comes into play. It's about scrutinizing every detail, every interaction, every response, and asking, how can we make it better? It's about using the insights gained from user feedback and analytics to identify areas of improvement and refine your interaction design. Continuous improvement is a compass that keeps your design journey on track. It's an ongoing process that doesn't end when your product or system goes live. In fact, that's when it truly begins. It's about constantly monitoring your design, gathering user feedback, analyzing performance data, and making tweaks to enhance usability and user satisfaction. So, don't be afraid to iterate. Embrace the cycle of prototyping, testing, analyzing, and refining. Remember, every iteration brings you one step closer to a design that resonates with your users, a design that is truly user-centric. In conclusion, interaction design is a critical aspect of UI/UX that helps create seamless and enjoyable user experiences. It's an iterative journey of discovery, refinement, and continuous improvement, where every step brings you closer to mastering the art of creating exceptional user experiences.